Hello guys, welcome to another album review. My name is Grime and today we're talking about UK rapper or grime artist Chip's new album, Power Up. So the past year or so has been very interesting for Chip. Obviously he's had a lot of battles, conflicts with various artists, which he addresses heavily on this new project. Basically, I'd say to really give you a summary of what's on this album, most of it, the major chunk of this is just bars and lyrics going at certain individuals like Tiny Temper, Bugsy Malone, Youngin, and even radio personalities like Charlie Sloth. So now that we're talking about Charlie Sloth, let's talk about the opening track, Fire in My Studio. So this track is directed directly at UK on-air personality Charlie Sloth. So on BBC One Extra, there's this thing called Fire in the Booth. It's basically like you have in America where an artist comes on a radio station and they freestyle, but most grime artists or every grime artist that comes on really has to give a fire in the booth. They really need to give bars. So Chip performed this on his Fire in the Booth. Basically how this all started was because Charlie Sloth had Charlemagne. I'm sure everybody knows who Charlemagne is, and he had shown him videos of various UK artists. And one artist in particular, Charlemagne didn't really like him. He said, you know, this guy is trash. And Charlie Sloth is believed to have edited out that part. Now this person, a lot of people believe is either, you know, Bugsy Malone or Youngin. So Chip saw the edited video and then is like, yo, where's the real video? Why haven't you shown it? And that's basically what he's saying in this track, which he also performed in front of Charlie Sloth. And a particular line he said, certain DJs kiss ass so much, but why? Wipe the shit off your lips. And he said this in front of Charlie Sloth, mind you. And Charlie was like, I respect that you have a lot of balls to say this to my face. So opening track, Fire in My Booth, very bars heavy. I'd say the instrumental is decent, doesn't do anything spectacular, just, you know, backs up the vocals that are being spat on here. I would say that Chip really goes hard at people he doesn't like, really goes hard at people who are coming at him. So I'd say this is definitely a very good track. Throughout this album, Chip is addressing various situations, like a situation where he's going to wireless and he's unable to enter because the owner of wireless or the person running wireless has blacklisted him because he's friends with Tiny Temper. He's going at Tiny Temper as well, saying that he's killed MCs last year and he stopped certain MCs from MCing, so from spitting bars. And I would say that this album, I really enjoyed it. I would say that there were certain songs on here that I didn't like, songs like Where's Ice Kid At, purely because of Ice Kid himself. I didn't really like his flow. But in a nutshell, I would say that this album was very good. The lyrics on here were superb. You have him talking about how he can't run out of bars on track 8. Just, you know, addressing all the beef he's gotten into last year. Taking more shots at people like Youngin and Tiny Temper. I would say though that I would hope that Chip doesn't become this artist that everybody knows as a beef artist, because he said on this album as well that clashing is part of the culture, so beefing and going at it with bars and music is part of the culture, because on this album 70-80% of it is just bars going at certain people. There are other tracks on here such as My Ones, which takes a more somber and reflective route, which is talking about, you know, having his brother do 9 years and, you know, seeing people die young and why is he still here. Those are more reflective, those are more deep. I would say Chip is a very good writer, very good artist, and definitely this album is very good. If you're into bars, if you're into hip hop, if you're into that, you know, witty lines, you definitely enjoy this. I would say you need to do a bit more research, because a lot of the bars here relate to certain things that you might not know if you're not into the UK grime culture. But overall, I would say that this album is good. I liked Style That. I think it was on one of my top 10. Style That, a more, you know, upbeat song, very nice Caribbean vibe. I like the music video as well. I like Chip's lyricism, I like his flow. I would say the instrumentals on this didn't exactly do anything spectacular, as I said, but they did just enough to, you know, make the songs lively. Chip obviously very charismatic in his flow, and it was interesting to listen to. I will say another thing though, most of these tracks came out as single, and if you have an 8-track album and you're hearing 4 or 5 of these songs already, there's no real surprise element to it. There's nothing like, oh, this is new. I don't know, that's for me personally. Maybe other people don't mind that, but yeah, 8 tracks, solid 8 tracks. If I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I like the bars here, I like the lyricism, I like the shots that are sent. So far as it's just the music and you guys are spitting bars, it's okay, so long as it doesn't get too physical. It's all part of the culture. I hope that Chip doesn't become this artist that is just stuck in this cycle of battling, a battle rapper, because I think he can construct meaningful songs. So maybe moving forward, maybe Chip should, you know, make songs about, you know, life things and his experiences and shit like that, even though I know that these clashes are part of his experience. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Give this album a listen. I'd recommend this album highly. I'd say if you want to get into UK rap, UK music, this is a good album to start at. And I don't buy the excuse that Americans use about the accent, because honestly, like, we have people who are mumbling that we can't even understand what they're saying. Why not listen to an artist that you can understand, even if the accent is foreign to you? So definitely, if you're into rap, you want to hear bars, lyrics, this is a good album for you. If you want to check out UK music, again, this is a good album for you. These are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this album in the comments below. My name is Ijaji Prime. Hope you enjoyed this album, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye.